Happy Friday, friends. I'm not feeling very well, and it's really dark and gloomy in South Texas today, so instead of doing my normal what we're reading, I thought that I would review my copy of the illustrated edition of Harry Potter that I got this week. Sorry, I know the lighting's really bad. I'm doing the best I can here with no sunshine today. The first thing I wanted to say about this book is that if you are planning to order this from Amazon, or if you did order it from Amazon, I am not the only one who received their book like this. It came exactly like this. This is not an unboxing video, but if it was, this is what you would see. There's no packing material in here. There's no padding in here at all. The book just came like that. So that's kind of an issue for me. And I will show you the damage to my book already before I even open the box. The gold foil on the edge is in good condition. That did not get scratched up. But the dust cover on the bottom got bent, damaged there, is turned up. The gold foil on the front is scratched and pocked from rubbing against the box because it was not padded at all. It wasn't wrapped in anything. You can see where it's actually just gone right in this spot, and it's just black. My top edges both seem to be fine. They're in okay condition. They're in fine condition. But my bottom edges are both really, really bent and just damaged, and that's not cool. I don't know why Amazon would package a product like this that was clearly meant to be a collector's item. And here is the other end. Bent, yucky, not cool. So getting into the book itself, this was illustrated by JK, and it's been a long time in the making. We've been waiting for this book for a really long time, and as far as the contents of the book and the illustrations, I think it was definitely worth it. The whole thing is illustrated. There's not a single blank page. Even on the pages where there's no actual illustration, you'll still see like splotch marks, and the pages are like, the page itself is not textured, like the paper isn't textured, but there's texture printed onto the page, if I'm making any sense. The illustrations in here are gorgeous. See, so this is a double spread with no actual illustrations, but you can see the texturizing that's printed onto the page. It's not actual texture. There are a lot of illustrations printed alongside the words, and this is the full book. This is a full double spread illustration with the print still printed on the page with the illustration. The chapter illustrations are beautiful. I'm in love with them. Some of them are a full page illustration with no text, and then text on just the other side. And there are a few in here that are, oh, it's awesome, Harry Potter. There are a few in here that are double spread illustrations with no text at all, which is amazing. Hagrid. There's another one of those chapter illustrations that I was talking about. I don't know if I should flip through the whole book, or if anyone even wants to see that. I don't know. Dudley's Tale. Here's the full page, or double spread, I should say. This is all Diagon Alley. There's Malfoy. lot of people have complained that there are no full illustrations of Hermione in here, and I have to say that I agree that's pretty disappointing, but I am not overall disappointed in the illustrations themselves. They're just too beautiful. And I haven't looked yet, but I really hope that they are selling. Look at this! I hope that they are selling prints of these illustrations, because I will most certainly decorate my whole house with them. I don't even care. Hogwarts for the first time. The Sorting Hat. Nearly Headless Nick. It does come with the ribbon to mark your place. At first I had no idea what this was. I was like, why is there a Hobbit hole in my Harry Potter book? But this is supposed to be Hagrid's hut. This is completely new material. This is not in the original publication. This Guide to Trolls. Look at the snitch. It's gorgeous. It's got like this almost steampunk kind of style to it. And this is the first time we're seeing Hermione, and if I want to say this might be the only time we see Hermione. This is my favorite one. The whole book, my favorite. Portrait of Professor McGonagall. So I know I must have missed some. These pages are sticking together, and there's a few that I know I did not see this time, but that's basically the whole book. Okay, now that I've flipped through the whole book, I want to talk about my impressions of the actual quality of the book, the review part of this, which I'm sad to say is really bad, you guys. It's really bad. The illustrations are so beautiful, and I mean, there's no need to even talk about the story itself, but look. This is a brand new book. I haven't read this. I've flipped through it. That was probably only the second time or the third time that I've flipped through this book, and look at my binding. Look at it, it's just falling, it's literally torn, it's falling apart. And you can see that inside. This might be kind of hard to catch on a video, but it's cracked, and you can see where it's sewn. It's already just starting to fall apart. And it's not too bad in the middle. My middle is okay, but you can especially see it on these darker illustrations. You can see the binding. It's just not tight. It's going to fall apart if I actually read this book. And I'm very gentle with my book, but it will fall apart if I read this book. You can see it here. And I don't think that there's really anything I can do about this. Like, I could send it back and get a new copy, but what would be the point? These were all bound in China, I want to say, and I've heard that everyone's copies are just like this. See, this is like, I don't know if you can see in the video. I can wiggle this already. This back portion is just gonna fall out. It's even just kind of bent weird. I'm not trained in library science, so I don't know, but it's just really bad quality. The binding is. The illustrations themselves are fantastic, but the quality of the book, see, look. Yikes. Please don't fall. Please don't fall apart. I just can't believe that they would take such a huge shortcut in binding this book, which was obviously meant to be a collector's item, obviously meant to be cherished and loved by children, you know, and they went super cheap on the binding, and it shows. And I'm not the only one. You can check reviews everywhere else. A lot of people are reporting a really poor binding and the book falling apart on their first read through. So I guess that's something to keep in mind. I don't know if maybe they'll correct this with future runs, but I'm gonna kind of guess not. So that got really long. I'm sorry. I didn't intend to do a full flip through, but what is the point without showing you how beautiful it is? So I hope that was at least interesting to you guys, and have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.